Tzu Chi volunteers continue to distribute winter clothing and hygiene sets to refugees in Serbia. Dharma Master Cheng Yen makes a trip to the Fengyuan Jing Si Hall, where many parent-child pairs gave sharings. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Lori Chen. Thank you for joining us. In Serbia, Tzu Chi volunteers continue to distribute winter clothing at various refugee camps. In addition, the volunteers gave out dental hygiene sets and taught the children some basic dental health knowledge. The refugees also seized every opportunity to express their gratitude for the volunteers.
The refugee camp is the world to these children. The days here are extremely long. City volunteers exchange high five and kisses with the children here.
Dear friends, hello everybody, good morning. Are you walking? Yeah! Thank you for giving us this opportunity to help you in this very bad situation and this winter that is in Serbia very cold.
In the freezing weather, the dental health promotion has to attract the listeners.
A hole! Oh my God! Then 1, 2, 3, inside. Exactly.
To get the attention of such a large group of children is truly difficult, so I did some preparations. I like children. I know that we have language barriers. Secondly, they cannot concentrate for that long. Therefore, I thought I must act lively and add some movement.
Using the health promotion text from the Netherlands, City volunteer and family medicine doctor DaAi Headlines has done a good job. After the activity ends, she also visits refugee children's rooms.
Where are you from? Afghanistan. Oh, okay. How long you have been here? You can speak very good English, better than mine. How many? 1 year.
On the next day, City volunteers also visited refugees at another refugee camp to deliver love and warmth.
For the last year, you can see with this arm. And this is so good. Now I put out.
When you point out of the love, it can be very embarrassing for the people. And they understand this message. And they really need to the message of the security and safety.
Thanks to all people collect the money for us all over the world.
Tzu Chi's prayer psalm has deeply touched the refugees as they cannot stop tearing up.
I most strongly believe that some better time will come for all.
As the Chinese Lunar New Year is approaching, it's traditional custom for families to do a major cleanup for their homes. Therefore, Malacca Tzu Chi volunteers went and helped a care recipient who suffered from a stroke clean her house.
To welcome the Lunar New Year, Chinese always do major cleanup, but this senior with stroke cannot clean her home.
I can't do it because my hands will become sore. My feet are too weak to stand still, so I can't.
Knowing her condition, Malacca Tzu Chi volunteers came to help her clean her home and to decorate it.
We came to do some cleaning and to decorate her home, so these solitary seniors can also enjoy a happy Lunar New Year.
There's a Chinese saying, helping people makes people happy, and I remember it all the time. So whether he's young or old, I just want to help.
Their act of love touches her, so she wants to give them red envelopes as her gratitude. For the volunteers ask nothing in return. They just want to celebrate the new year with her.
每次来都看你笑容满面的 ，OK？ 我一定笑容了，我看到你们我很开心的，我爱你们。
Staying on the topic of the Lunar New Year, the medical staff of the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital especially made a trip over to the Ruifang Minor Hospital to deliver warmth and care for the nursing center seniors. This was all made possible by the long-term partnerships between the two hospitals. They hope to continue their collaborations for many years to come.
Medical staff from Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital have delivered love and care to the Ruifang Minor Hospital. Early in the morning, the seniors of the nursing center were already waiting excitedly for their arrival. Besides distributing the red envelopes of wisdom and blessings, on behalf of Dharma Master Cheng Yen, the medical team also prepared socks. They hope these socks will be able to keep the elders' feet warm throughout the winter months.
Many of the seniors still remember this. Feels like coming back home and seeing family members again. I'm very happy today. We also gave them some small presents, wishing all of them a safe and sound New Year.
While singing songs together, the staff also gave the grandpas and grandma massages. As one can see, the venue was filled with joy. Moreover, the medical teams were deeply touched after seeing the beaming smiles upon their faces.
This is a very special moment, as we know the kinship from the family is very important for these seniors. With the care and love from the society, these elders are encouraged and motivated. It's a way to help them stay healthier and gives them a purpose to keep on going in life.
As its long-term partnership between the two hospitals, Superintendent Zhao also sent his best wishes to the medical staff at the Ruifang Minor Hospital, encouraging all the medical teams to continue to keep up the good work of safeguarding the health of the remote area residents.
The issue of marine trash has prompted many people to start thinking about what changes they can make in their daily lives. Unfortunately, there are very few channels to process recycled items and transform them into another product. It's often complicated and costly. Today, we will take you to meet one of these facilities, which has been dedicated in turning recyclable goods into pens, tools, and bags.
Here we can see huge bricks of garbage piled up into stacks. Looking closely, we see each one can contain some 20,000 to 30,000 plastic bottles and weigh up to 500 kilograms. In Taiwan, making garbage is much easier than clearing the trash.
In fact, Taiwan produces some 200,000 tons of plastic materials a year through certified facilities. In terms of PET bottles, that's about 4.6 billion, or about 200 per person.
After people have begun to recycle, it is not clear where all this material will go. Dafeng Environmental Technology in Taichung specializes in recycling, turning this material into plastics that can be used again.
21 of these 500 kilogram bricks of recycled plastic takes about 1 hour to turn it into reusable plastic material.
However, in order to turn the garbage into usable materials requires a high degree of manpower. The first task is to deal with the stacked plastic bottle bricks stored at the venue, with the process divided into two major steps.
These bottles are first sorted and then crushed and then cleaned. In the second major part, we take the crushed, cleaned, and washed pieces into a granulator to turn it into raw material.
造粒线，去把它从碎片做到塑胶原料粒。
The noise of these machines is loud as staff drive forklifts, bringing these bricks for quality inspection.
那抽查完之后
After the check, our bricks of bottles are unpacked and put directly onto the production line. This will go onto the second floor, where there will be people doing the final material sorting action.
材料分选的动作。
In the sorting step, impurities are removed, and then the plastic material enters a pulverizer where it is smashed.
从碎片的状态呢，我们会再经过
After the material is crushed, it goes into 3 sinks for special cleaning and separation based on gravity. Because all of our plastic material floats, they will rise to the top of the tank, and the impurities will sink to the bottom.
These plastic chips are then put into a granulator. which is heated to melt the chips. After cooling, it is filtered again and finally becomes a plastic material granule. The raw material can be used to make pens, toolboxes, or bags, achieving the goal of a circular economy.
In fact, garbage is just misplaced resources. Why is there so much marine waste now? We talk about circular economy, and this should be part of the cycle. If it is returned to the right place after use, it can be recycled and reused again.
Dealing with waste is very complicated, with recycling being only one solution, as another important issue should be changes to our lifestyle.
I think the most important thing for protecting the environment is changing our behavior. If everyone's behavior can be changed, then I think it would be a big step for loving the earth.
Stopping littering at the source and reducing the use of plastic products is a way that everyone can become a guardian of the earth, helping the planet avoid future environmental crises associated with plastic.
A Dusan Nantou Tzu Chi volunteer, Huang Jingman, has been doing recycling for years. A couple of years ago, she got the brilliant idea of transforming aluminum foil packaging into sun hats. Later, she ingeniously started making mini windmills. You can find her at the World Flora Expo's Humanitarian Ecotech Pavilion, teaching environmentally friendly DIY projects to the many visitors. She's a real role model in spreading the message of giving recyclable goods a second life. Let's meet this creative volunteer. The DIY station is the most popular. Ms. Chen, who lives in Australia, brought her children back to Taiwan for the holidays. They have never seen a windmill like this one before.
I think it's really fascinating. They were all very happy making it.
The aluminum foil packaging is a composite material which belongs in the paper container category. It is often not properly sorted. Fortunately, a Nantou Tzu Chi volunteer, Huang Jingman, came up with some wonderful ideas.
It's a pity to throw away the aluminum foil packaging. Sometimes there are children who will go to the recycling stations. And since it gets quite hot, I decided to make sun hat.
Who knew that aluminum foil packaging was so easy to use? Just disassemble it and add a painted bamboo stick and some other accessories. These eco-friendly toys do not cost a thing. On each of the leaves, the words of the 6 paramitas. This instantly makes the small windmill a silent Dharma transmitter. At the Humanitarian Ecotech Pavilion, every day is filled with endless creative eco-friendly ideas. Continuing her island-wide tour, Dharma Master Cheng Yen has made her way to the Fengyuan Jing Si Hall. There was a heartwarming sit-down with the master, as well as many on-stage sharings from young volunteers and their parents.
From children's classes to becoming a Tzu Chi and then entering the workplace, Wu Shangru has been volunteering with Tzu Chi.
I participated in the training session as soon as I graduated. I hope by becoming a Tzu Chi volunteer, I can spread great love to help other people in need.
I always encourage my child to practice good deeds and pass down the spirit of great love.
The volunteer Liu Jialin also brought her sister to volunteer with Tzu Chi.
Being able to unite with one heart, I feel very blessed.
It is very comforting because my children can walk the Bodhisattva path with me.
Being able to walk the Bodhisattva path together with my mom and younger sister, I feel very grateful.
Dharma Master Cheng Yen had a heartwarming sit-down at the Fengyuan Jing Si Hall. Volunteer Qiu Caiying, who suffers from Parkinson's disease, shared her views on stage.
I made a vow that I want to become a silent mentor. I want to let medical students perform an autopsy on my body.
医学院从能表达语言到了最后呢，化无用为大用，让他们去了解脑子到底是哪一条回路呢有差错，让他们去做研究这也是功德无量啊。
Dharma Master Cheng Yen hopes that everyone will be willing to do good deeds every day and continue to walk the Bodhisattva path.
Staying at the Fengyuan Jing Si Hall, Dharma Master Cheng Yen reminds us not to forget about the 9/21 earthquake, for it was a big lesson on natural disasters. This year marks its 20th anniversary already. At the ceremony, the principals of the Project Hope schools especially came to share their stories on both the 9/21 earthquake aftermath and recent success of the schools. They are especially grateful to Tzu Chi for their assistance in reconstructing the schools, giving students the chance to pursue their education in a safe and serene environment. Tongli Elementary School in Wufeng is very small in size. The local population is facing a crisis in reduced births, leading to a shortage of school enrollments. In recent years, a group of dedicated individuals have been hard at work to solve this issue, which resulted in them getting an award.
This award right here, we finally got it back, the Excellent Teacher Awards.
The small school survived the 9/21 earthquake thanks to Tzu Chi's assistance in the reconstruction process. The principal took to the stage to receive the award. Before she could barely get her words out, tears were already flowing.
Thank you so much to Dharma Master Cheng Yen and the Tzu Chi Foundation, also to all the Tzu Chi volunteers. Then I started crying.
The school children made cards filled with best wishes and gratitude.
他是如何教育学生，是很精美的教育，不是光是说的，用说的得奖，他们是用教的，教出了精准美。
In the aftermath of the 9/21 earthquake, Tzu Chi assisted in the reconstruction of a total of 51 schools. Master Cheng Yen stated that education is a project of hope. The principal who had received Tzu Chi's assistance said that it is also a project of blessings.
The Project Hope meets the standards of three things. Normally, when we talk about three high points in our daily lives, it's a negative thing, like high cholesterol, high blood sugar, and high blood pressure. However, when it comes to Tzu Chi's Project Hope, the three highlights are high quality, high environmental protection awareness, and high security.
At that time, for the disaster relief mission, living Bodhisattvas emerged from all over the world, just like what the sutra had stated.
法华经啊，我讲到了从地涌出这一品，我的脑海中一直浮现呐。921那个时候，我也曾经说过，菩萨是从地涌出了。 四方八面呢，涌过来。
It's been 20 years since the 9/21 earthquake. Dharma Master Cheng Yen reminds us to not forget about that year. Do not forget about 9/21, for it will always remind us to be diligent and that natural disasters can occur at any time. In our next report, we will meet a Tzu Chi volunteer, Zhang Yuan, who became a donating member at an early age. However, she was once addicted to gambling and alcohol. It was not until she heard Dharma Master Cheng Yen's teachings that she realized that she needed to quit her bad habits. Now she serves as a medical volunteer.
多的是上人的爱啦，关心啦。我收到，谢谢，谢谢。
Bringing blessings to each hospital ward, the friendly greeting from Tzu Chi volunteer Zhang Yuan warms the hearts of the patients and their families.
祝福大家健康，谢谢，感恩感恩。
Not only in hospitals, Zhang Yuan also shows up frequently at elderly care centers and nursing homes. Zhang Yuan is a very easygoing person, and she became a Tzu Chi donating member at an early age. However, she was addicted to gambling and alcohol. It was not until she learned about Dharma Master Cheng Yen's environmental protection concept did she start to change her outlook on life.
To a wise person, time is as precious as diamonds, but a fool sees time as valueless as dirt. I was inspired by this sentence, as I thought I should not treat my life like dirt anymore.
Quitting gambling and alcohol, Zhang Yuan no longer lives a wayward life. Later, she decided to volunteer with Tzu Chi because she was moved by Tzu Chi volunteers' aid during the 9/21 earthquake. In the beginning, she served as the recycling volunteer and then the medical volunteer.
I'm happy and feel grateful to Tzu Chi every day. Really, I need Tzu Chi. Without Tzu Chi's help, I don't know how ridiculous a person I'll become.
Each one of us gave her love and care, which stabilizes her mind. We also feel grateful because she's a living bodhisattva.
Since she began to cultivate herself until now, she has become a bodhisattva who's both physically and mentally immersed in the Dharma.
Tzu Chi has rescued Zhang Yuan from despair, which completely changed and brightened her life.
At the year-end blessing ceremony in澎湖, volunteers designed many interactive games to help promote Tzu Chi's missions with the children. They emphasized on just how important planting the seeds of compassion is at a young age.
Children are experiencing how South African volunteers travel miles to send love through games. The children spin the Russian wheel to learn about environmental protection concepts. At the year-end blessing event in澎湖, volunteers designed many games to inspire goodness in a cheerful vibe. Local residents brought their kindness to give love to people in need around the world.
I'm donating my bamboo coin bank to Tzu Chi because I've seen disasters happen in many places through the videos. I want to help more people through Tzu Chi.
My grandchild set up the bamboo coin bank. I watch DaAi TV all the time, and I've learned how Tzu Chi is always helping those in need.
Dharma Master have delivered their best wishes in the red envelopes of wisdom and blessings.
This red envelope is very special. The rice seed on it and the words of wisdom represent their effort and sincerity. I will share it with my child because it's really precious.
The seed of love and goodness have been planted in everyone's heart and will be passed down to future generations.
This year marks the 25th anniversary of the Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter. Therefore, the local volunteers dedicated themselves for months in order to display a magnificent sutra adaptation performance of the Sutra of Innumerable Meanings at the year-end blessing ceremony. A total of 900 volunteers moved completely in sync. What an amazing accomplishment!
The sound of sutra chanting enters people's ears and helps them purify their minds. To celebrate the 25th anniversary of Tzu Chi Indonesia, the volunteers do their best in the performance.
Tahun ini dari kita untuk kita kan bersama-sama mementaskan.
We should base our lifestyle on Buddhist sutras, so we should learn to let go, not to get angry randomly, and we should become tolerant.
Satu tahun ini mereka melatih, mereka sowi, mereka nyanyi, itu semua adalah dharma. Jadi mereka mesti mengerti artinya.
Nearly 900 volunteers performed simultaneously. They spent 1 year studying the sutra and the sign language.
To me, Tzu
Chi is a charity organization and also a big family and a place for us to cultivate together, so we can know more people and do more good deeds to become better people. The volunteers wish for peace on earth, and the Buddha's teachings will be able to inspire people to do good deeds.
The U.S. Tzu Chi Almonte Service Center in California attaches great importance to the constant interactions and care between Tzu Chi volunteers. For the volunteers who are not able to participate in various Tzu Chi activities due to their physical condition, age, or family obligations, there's always a team of volunteers that will go directly to the homes of these Dharma families. Now that is camaraderie at its finest. No one is ever left behind. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.